Coucou puces, hello my loves, Marhaba, habibetey. What am I doing? Anyways, I'm gonna film some June favorites. This will be the only favorites video, not June, the only favorites video I think I've ever done like this. I was, Ramadan happened to be in June and I was just so tired throughout the month that I didn't wear a lot of makeup. I also wasn't shopping for new makeup, and so when I was thinking, these are usually some of my most favorite videos to film, but when I was thinking of this one, I was like, there's nothing, like, I could pull out the same 4 products that I've shown them, that I do my base and contour, like basically the equivalent of my May favorites. But it would, I don't know, I wasn't excited about it. I'm like, do I skip it? Do I this? And I'm like, you know what? A favorites video is about all the things that were your favorites throughout the month. And so I've got a couple of beauty products, but I've got a couple randoms as well. So I thought I'd share them with you. I was also going to mention that, like, it's not a disclaimer. I just like want to have the conversation with you guys that don't ever, like, we're not getting away. This is a disclaimer to the conversation, I guess. Is what I'm saying is not that I'm done with makeup and beauty and that kind of thing, but I think there's just so much going on in the world. There's so much going on in my life. This began as an outlet to do something creative and positive and supportive, and it's grown to be more than I ever could imagine it. Not in views and subscribers and that kind of thing, but grown to be like such an integral part of my happiness, of my mental health, of my emotional well-being. And so I so much appreciate that we can kind of grow together in that way. So if there's a few more chatty videos or a few more randoms scattered in favorites videos, or I don't know, videos focused on, you know, just different things, all within like the realm of positivity and happiness and I don't know, that kind of thing. But it's not the be all and end all. I'm not one of those beautiful human beings that is here on a beauty channel as their career. This is kind of a passion project. So I really I'm so appreciative that you guys are all on this journey with me, so to speak. Am I getting too corny in the fasting? We're on day 23. I think it's like taking a toll on like this emotional sponge, and I'm just taking it all in. Anyways, so yeah, that's my little ramble for the day. Should we talk about some favorites? Let's do it. So I'm start with the makeup first. This palette, this is the contour palette from Sephora. It doesn't look like there's a shade to it. Maybe it just comes in the one. My brother bought this for me in the Brother Buys My Makeup tag, which I can link down below. But I've just been so pleasantly surprised by how beautiful this palette is. There is no mirror, but to be fair, like unless I'm traveling with it, the mirror is not the most important part to me anyways. I use this banana shade under my eyes. I've used this to set this shade to set my entire face. I'll use sometimes this kind of paler shade underneath my eyes. The bronzers are really beautiful as bronzers, as eyeshadow. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm completely surprised in the best possible way with this palette. I don't know if it's just me, but I've definitely overlooked the Sephora collection for a long time because I think the packaging is just standard. It doesn't get all the like attention and the hype and the promotion in videos and Instagram, whatever, but I think it's totally underrated, and I definitely now want to check out more of it. So that's definitely been my first favorite, and something I'm really, I mean, that video was fun to film because it was just fun to have him in here being like super weird and awkward. I don't even know why he was that awkward, but it was cool to see what he would pick out, and made me fall in love with things that I didn't think I would. So the second product, and there's one more beauty product, but the second product I want to show you, he also got me. It's the Sephora Illuminating or Illuminateur Brow Enhancer. So it's this guy right here. I'm not very well prepared for this video. That wasn't even proper English because I don't know if there are any other colors, but I have this in my inner corner, and it's just a big chubby, super creamy pencil, I guess, like crayon. I've used it in my inner corner. I really like it there. You can definitely use it on your brow bone. You could totally even use this as an eyeshadow base. These videos while I'm fasting and slowly losing my grasp of language. Let's not blame the fasting. I very often lose my grasp of language. Anyways, I really like that product. I'm gonna have to go see if they have other colors, especially that illuminating. I'm liking this. This is the first Okay, so I'm calling it a favorite, even though this is the first time I've done this particular look with it. But I like it. Like, I think if I got like a yellow one, maybe one with some glitter. Let's hope they have some more of these, because I'm a fan. Anyways, the last beauty product is from ColourPop. It's their Perilune Super Shock Cheek. I think technically it's a, no, I'm lying, it's not a blush. I think they do, these are categorized as highlighters on their website. It is what's on my cheeks today. It's this beautiful green tinted, it makes me think of like Tinkerbell pixie dust. It's just, it's really, really beautiful. And like on the finger swatch, it was quite intense, but it diffuses. I can speak today, it's going to happen. It diffuses into like a really beautiful glitter. So it is a glittery highlight, and some of you don't like those, so this will not be for you. But if you're like me and you want to look like Tinkerbell came and hit you with some pixie dust, totally recommend it. So that's it for makeup. My other favorite in like divers and other is this peach tea. I bought it loose leaf and now it's all gone. I don't know why I'm pulling it out. Maybe it still smells like peach tea. It's so good. It's from Tivana. See, all empty. I gotta go buy some more. It's from Tivana. So Starbucks does it if you, yeah, you can get it kind of steeped hot or cold. You can also buy the tea bags from Starbucks, but I buy it loosely from Tivana. This was one of their tins from the holidays. It's 50% off too. It's very exciting. Anyways, I've got to go fill it back up. But I've during Ramadan, I've been trying to be really good about hydrating well enough in the evenings, and there's only so much water you can drink before you feel like you're drowning. Does anyone else have that feeling when you drink too much water, you're like, I'm drowning from the inside out? Just me? I don't know. Anyways, so I've been trying to like mix in tea, like iced tea. So this one's really good. It doesn't taste like there's sweetener in it, but I'm almost positive there is, because I just put the smallest amount of like rock sugar in it, and it's super, super sweet. It tastes like a pure version of peach Snapple. Like, you know how peach Snapple is really good, but it tastes artificial? This one tastes like a natural version of that. So if you're looking for a good iced tea over the summer, I'm making myself super thirsty. This was not a good idea. I did not think it the whole way through, but I'm gonna recommend that tea. That one's been really great. My other favorite has been running. So I started this challenge called Streaking with the Cool Kids. And it's a challenge where every day in June, I think some people do it longer than just June, but every day in June, you walk or run at least 1 mile, and it kind of a challenge. I think there's prizes and all that kind of stuff. I know a lot. See how well researched and ready I am for this video? I know nothing about the premise. I don't know. All I know is that someone did it and I was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do in June. And I did it mainly for me, and it's been crazy on how necessary it's been. June hit and it was the beginning of Ramadan and work went crazy. I haven't worked less than 12 hours a day since the beginning of June. So it's been such a beautiful constant in which it gives me something to do at the end of a very long day that's for me. That's, if it's 20 minutes, if it's half an hour, depending on how long I'm going, 45 minutes, whatever, how much time I've got. Even if I only got like 15 minutes, it's that time for me. It's something physical that will tire my body out, that will quiet my mind, that will let me sleep better. And it is a source of constancy, right? Like in all the chaotic, I get anxiety and I get overwhelmed and everything feels really chaotic up here. And so it's nice to have that moment to like bring everything down and back. And I don't know if any of you can kind of relate, but it's definitely been a favorite and been something that's been keeping me healthy and strong and calm and all those kinds of beautiful things. So I truly, truly wish all of you to have that thing in your life that brings you calm like this. So be it yoga, be it reading, be it walking, be it whatever it is, like I hope for each and every one of you that you can have that one outlet that brings you that kind of mental calmness, mental ease, mental peace. There's a word I am looking for. I can't think of it, but yeah, I hope you all have or will find that in your own journeys and your own lives. I'm super like, what is the word? Not even California, but I think you know what I mean. Like I'm all feeling the vibes and the feelings and like health food store. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't even find the word, but I think you guys know what I mean. Okay, and then my last favorite I gotta pull up a picture. So it's this show every year at Ramadan. All the big networks bring out shows, and they'll air one episode every night throughout the month. Now, if you're my grandmother, you're not a fan of these shows because her party line is this is a month of reflection, of piety, of you know, faith and internal reflection, that kind of thing. So your evening should be spent doing that and not watching basically soap operas. My thought is I've spent all day in that state, and 45 minutes of just relaxation and mind-numbing distraction cannot possibly be a bad thing. That's me. Also, all these shows are done with like Ramadan in mind, so it's not like you're seeing nudity or, I don't know, explicit content, to put it that way. So I had like this whole speech prepared about how great this show is, but I need to show you a picture and then you will understand all of a sudden why everyone is so infatuated, or maybe you won't, with this show. So, oh, why so much glare? Stop. Okay, can you see that? So these are the two main characters. Anyone have any guess as to why everyone's infatuated with this show? One guess. One? Just one? Yeah. My camera got too excited even because come on. Like, yeah, anyone taking a guess? So it is good storytelling. Sure. And it is enthralling in terms of like a storyline that moves, but let's not make any pretenses about the fact that he's not a very good looking guy, and that is not the reason why 90% of us watch it. Okay? Yeah. The story itself, in case anyone's interested. Oh, this is a note to myself in post-production, as though I have a production company. While you're sitting on the couch, Sarah, editing this video, can you put the name of the program on the screen so that people that don't speak Arabic can Google it? Okay. Thank you. Now back to you. The show is about, it's a family, I guess. I'm so distracted by the pictures now. See, this is why my grandmother doesn't want me to watch these shows during Ramadan. I should not be distracted by these things. Anyways, this family. And it starts with the woman who you saw, his husband passing. So she brings her son back to Lebanon to bury his father. And he wants to be buried in his hometown. Now, his hometown is a small city. Did I even tell you what the name of the show is? I put it on the screen in post-production, but I don't know if I told you. It's called Al-Habibetey. And that's the name of the city. So it's a city kind of on the border between Lebanon and Syria. And she has no idea what she's walking into. She brings him back, and then all kinds of things ensue. And she kind of gets stuck there, and anyways, it's a whole thing. But they run drugs and they run guns, and so I got really I figured it out as to why. I fought it at first. I was like, you guys are being ridiculous. This is a crazy show. And then I sat down and watched an episode, and I was hooked. It's kind of like Sons of Anarchy light, but set in the Middle East. So there's this part of me that goes, I'm all for my blue-eyed blonde Jax, but hey, I could get a Jax who is also Lebanese. He's Syrian. And like super respectful of his mother, but like not in as creepy way as Jax. Maybe because there's a cultural thing. I got really excited, right? Because in my mind I go, oh, he's, you know, Syrian. I have a better chance of finding him and marrying him than I do with Jax, right? Because they're both fictional characters. The reality of me ever running into these people defies all logic. Besides the fact that like you have a crush on the character, not on the human being, right? None of that matters. None of that matters. If I wasn't wearing so much foundation, you would see me like blushing. It's like when Noelle and I talk sometimes, and she's like, "You just keep digging that hole. Just stop talking, Sarah." Anyways, so yes, I have had no shortage of fascination in watching this show. My cousin watches these videos. I have a strong feeling he's gonna make my grandmother watch this, and I'm gonna get a phone call. So I hope you guys appreciate our little heart-to-heart. Because I've gone way off into a ditch now. It's a good show. I don't know if it's... I had a friend who asked me if it was... I'm trying to crawl back out of the hole if you haven't realized. If it was... what do you call it? Subtitled in English. I don't know. I saw a closed caption button. I got just, you know, I was too distracted by the drive and I clicked it. It might actually be captioned in English, but if any of you speak Arabic or you want to understand why this girl that you knew is being mostly, okay, not mostly, partially rational, has gone off the rails, then check it out. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep some of my dignity and walk away from this. Did I tell you? No, I did not tell you. This has turned into like more of a story time, sit and chat than an actual favorites video. Someone asked me the other day in my professional life, they found out that I made videos and they asked me why and what basically this whole thing was about. They didn't actually watch any of my videos, they just found out that I made them. And I told them it started out as a beauty channel and it's still for much of it is that, but it's really this platform where I connect with really awesome people, where we talk about things that make us happy, where we talk about empowerment and health, mental and emotional, and we just kind of have a moment. And so I think this has been one of the most fun afternoons of filming, even though I've been like super embarrassed and weird. But I want to go back to that. I want what I say about this channel be what it actually is about, not like just this barrage of reviews and hauls and, you know, we'll still haul, we'll still review, but I think a little bit more of this is what I need, and I hope some of you will enjoy watching too. So this is sufficiently long of a ramble in which I talk about like 4 products and the TV show that has taken over my life. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it's over. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, I will talk to you. Oh, no, I gotta do some points of positivity, don't I? Sure. My first point of positivity has been running all month long. My second is, today I actually met Chris. I was at Shoppers down on, if you're in Calgary, down on 4th Street. And I ran in to get some hand soap and he's like, hey, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, we had a whole moment. It was awesome. He is the second person that's actually approached me. If you see me ever, can you please come say hi? Because it kind of like makes my entire week, if not month, depending on how we're doing. So that was definitely a point of positivity. And the third is the final. The weather finally feels like it's gonna be summer, so that's making me super happy. Anyways, I've rambled long enough. I'm gonna leave you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll talk to you soon. Before I leave you, as always, let me remind you that life is just way too short to wear boring lipstick. Bye, guys.